Thank God for another day of life. Who woke you up this morning? It was God. God woke you up this morning. He said, wake up. Wake up. And your cortisol levels started rising. And you're like, oh. You became fully conscious, fully aware of your being. So, what was I gonna get on here and talk about? I am the poor man's president. I gotta run for president. Okay? Lord Caitanya Arjuna Champion is gonna run for president of the United States of America. And I am going to be the poor man's president. Here's my platform, right? Housing is a right of every man. A right to have shelter over his head. That will be part of my platform. A basic human right is to have a shelter from the storm. Right? Okay. Here's another thing. Universal medical care of basics of health, but focusing on proper diet and nutrition. Okay. What else? End all oppression here in America. All oppression. All oppression. This should not be a place where what year is it? It's 2026, right? I think this year. And we haven't come, to the point in our civilization where man is able to work together enough to make sure that human beings have certain basics in life. You know what I mean? So, food security is a basic human right. And anyone threatening that food security should be let's get it together. All the leaders of the world have it so messed up. Why? Because they're following the corporations and the money. We all know this by now. And so, I'm going to be the poor man's president. Right? You know? Housing is a basic human right. We have a right to housing. My platform as president of the United States of America. It's time. All right, we had a taste of the billionaire. We had a taste of the billionaire uh, um, presidency. And, his second term's up. So now it's time for the poor man to see what the poor man can do to change America. Right? It's time for the poor man to lead the United States of America. And so, Lord Chaitanya Arjuna Champion announces his candidacy for president of the United States of America. Not as a Republican, not as a Democrat, not as a uh, independent, but under a new party. The party of love, right? What human being cannot identify with the concept of love in various degrees of want or desire or whatever, but love is, so I figured the party might as well be called it. And for those of you who are strongly devout Christians, love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself, right? Keep that law. And so, the party of love. And so, you know, is America headed in the wrong direction? People like myself who say yes, that America's heading in the wrong direction. Everybody gets housing. What else? I got many other. End all oppressions. Set all the prisoners free. Set all the captives free. Empty all the jails. If we're building bigger prisons, we're moving in a direction of greater oppression. If the police on the streets are violating our rights, while enforcing states' codes to make us debt slaves into the state, we got to end that. End that oppression. End all oppression of man and woman. We have some oppression of women going on right now. End all oppression of women. End all oppression of your fellow man. I mean, like, is there no one out there with enough sense on how to do these things? We do it together. You know what I mean? We build a better America together. But the problem is these corporations, these super PACs, the money powers have the political process. So the poor man got to break it free. That's what it is. I am the poor man's president. Put me in office, and we're going to change this system to a more righteous system, to a more just system. We're set the captives free here in America. Break all yoke of oppression. So one brother is not oppressing his next brother. We'll end homelessness, end all wars, nuclear disarmament. And peace is the platform. Peace is the platform. Peace with your brother, with your neighbor. The party of love. I, Lord Caitanya Arjuna Champion, am announcing my candidacy for president. Oh yeah, the poor man's president. New court systems. I'm a big advocate of the poor man having a court. And now the poor man can start pulling people into his court. Okay? So what else? End all oppression, set all prisoners free. Huh? Every Christian in America? What were you raised? What were you raised being taught? Setting the captives free, right? Okay. That's the platform and the party of love that I'm starting. It's just me right now. I'm a party of one. But I know there's a lot of people out here that would stand behind me in my new political. Why can't the poor man run for president? Right? Why can't the poor man run for president? So I'm running for president. Start my campaign right here on YouTube. Join me on the poor man's adventures to become president of the United States. It's time for some new direction. New leadership is in order. That's right. The poor man's president. Okay, so what else? I'm gonna have to write all this stuff down. It's time for a new direction for the poor man. So far, the party of love, just me, the Father, and His Spirit. Okay.